Futrell here with the latest version of the Vegas Sportscast for what day of the week we got here. Monday. Starting it out early, okay? With a lot going on. Vegas Golden Knights stuff to tell you about. Also, we've got NFL with a, crazy weekend of football in the NFL. And the latest with Rebel basketball happening right here, right now. So here we go. Started off with the Vegas Golden Knights and what they had a fan fest downtown Las Vegas yesterday. The D sponsored it, and it was incredible. Had about 10,000 fans down there. That was insane, the number of people that were down there. I was shocked. First of all, virtually the entire team showed up for the fan fest. That was cool. And then also had so many Las Vegans showed up for this event down there. And they were decked out in Vegas Golden Knights gear and that sort of stuff. So great turnout yesterday for the team. Went to practice today. They're getting set for a road trip, long 10-day road trip. Starts out tomorrow playing at Nashville, a team that the Knights have beaten twice already this year. They played at Nashville, already won there previously, and have beaten Nashville here. In fact, I think they're 4-0-1 against the teams that they are playing on this road trip. So they've had a lot of success against the teams that they're taking off on this road trip to play against, see if that can continue. It is the second half of the season now. They are, had the one overtime loss is the only result so far this for the second half of the season. But that puts us at, with the Golden Knights, they are now 29-10-3 overall this season. Still a phenomenal, remarkable start as we jump into the second half of the season. Derek England. Great to see this, that Derek England signed to a new contract. He's 35 years old, so there were some questions about how long they were going to keep him, what his status was going to be on the team. But he's from Las Vegas. He's been an integral part to this team this year as a defenseman. I think he's number 2 in scoring on the team and does a great job defensively and contributing with blocks and a number of different things that he has been able to do successfully on this year's team and this year's franchise. And he's from Las Vegas. So originally from Canada, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. But he's been living in Las Vegas since he played here for the Wranglers years ago. So glad to see that another year on that contract. So he's making $1 million a year right now, this year, his first year with the Vegas Golden Knights. Everybody's first year with the Vegas Golden Knights. But he is now his second year with the Knights. The contract extension is going to pay him $1.5 million for next season. So glad to see that consistency. He'll be 36 at that time, and we'll see that the lifespan of a defenseman, if he continues to contribute, well, it'll keep up. But I would imagine he'll be getting 1-year contracts from here on out, depending on how he plays and continues. Can you play to 40 as a defenseman? That would be that'd be tough, but it could happen. Could happen, certainly. He's a good guy, by the way, and glad to see this happen for him and his family here in Las Vegas. NFL stuff. Okie doke, here we go with some great games yesterday. The early game, first of all, with Jacksonville 45-42 over Pittsburgh. Who would have figured they'd score 87 points in that game? That was remarkable. But Jacksonville pulls off the upset. They were 7-point underdogs, ended up winning by 3. So Jacksonville 45-42 winner there. And, of course, the second game yesterday was just remarkable. New Orleans loses 29-24 to Minnesota. Minnesota pulls off that win in the final second, 61-yard pass play to win it. New Orleans had kicked the field goal to go ahead 24-21. And then, that would have been 24-23. Sorry, 24-23. And then Minnesota, final play of the game, didn't kick the extra point, didn't need the extra point. By the way, that 5 points was right where the point spread was. And Minnesota ended up hitting it right on the line with that last touchdown play, a 61-yard crazy pass play. If you've seen it, try to describe it, but it was just a crazy pass play. 29-24, Minnesota wins. So what that sets up for this upcoming Sunday, the 2 conference championship games, Jacksonville playing at New England. New England 9-point favorites. That starts at 12 noon Pacific time. And Minnesota playing at Philadelphia. That one starts at 3:40 in the afternoon. And Minnesota is -3. So Minnesota favored in that one. So odds are, if you look at what the odds makers say here, we're going to see a New England-Minnesota Super Bowl in Minnesota. Now, that's because that's where they're playing this year. No team has ever played at home for their Super Bowl at their home stadium. Closest that had ever happened was 1980. The LA Rams played in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. So pretty close to their home, but not at their home. So there it is. There's the matchups for this weekend in the NFL. And ratings still down for a number of reasons. The anthem protest certainly is part of it. There's also been issues with the teams. The games are not as exciting, not as much hitting in the games, and the replay's taking way too long. I'm still wondering if that last play against. I'm waiting to hear that they overturned the Minnesota touchdown that ended the game for some reason, or something, just cause whatever. But it's gotten crazy, and those I think are all contributing factors to why the NFL has had a difficult time rating wise this year. Okay, let's see. Rebel basketball they play New Mexico here on Wednesday, so that's their next game. They're 2-2 in conference right now, struggling at home. They've lost both of their games in conference, and they have not covered the spread in any of their 4 league games. And they could have lost those 2 road games that they won. I mean, it was real close, right down to the wire type of thing. So this team, if over the last week they're going to have a week off by the time they play. So see if they've developed some toughness during that time. No, that can't happen. That doesn't happen. But New Mexico, a team that's struggling this year, one of the lower half teams in the Mountain West Conference this season. So that's it. That's your sports for this Monday. Everybody have a nice one. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody out there. Celebrate that and enjoy it. That's the way I see it. I'm Ron Futrell. Bye for now. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend. Let people know about the Vegas Sportscast. It's here. It's live. It is live. When we do it live, I do it live. So put it out there and then download it each and every day. Get a quick recap of what's going on in the world of sports here in Las Vegas. All right. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.